Hi there. Today I'm going to be making white pepper pickled with carrots, parsley, and garlic. These are our homemade white peppers that grow in Eastern Europe, and they're round tip. They're sweeter. I core them and deseed them, deveined and washed. So, and we need pure vegetable oil, and kosher salt. We need white vinegar, sugar, and black peppercorns here. A tablespoon of black peppercorns. We, we have here 3 cups of water. We're putting our pot here to boil. And we're going to put 1.5 cups of white sugar. Same amount, I'm going to use salt. 1.5 cups of salt, 1.5 cups of white sugar. Turn on the heat. One and a half. Our black peppercorns. You let this dissolve till it starts to boil. Then once this reaches its boil, we put our 1 cup of vinegar and 1 cup of oil. While our water is boiling, we chop our parsley. Just roughly chopped. Leave the stems. You could use these for soups as well. Our carrots, an angle. I cut mine carrots at an angle, just a thick that. They look prettier when they're at an angle, and put in our jar. And we peel our garlic as well and chop it just the same. I like to mix my garlic and my carrots together. Parsley I leave to the side. Chopped my garlic and my carrots like very thin garlic slices, parsley's here. Now that our water came to the boil, we add 1 cup of vegetable oil. with 1 cup of white vinegar, distilled white vinegar as well. Mix this well. Let this come to the boil as well. Once this starts to boil, we start adding our peppers, 4 or 5 at a time. Don't crowd the pot. You need for them to have room. Our water started to boil, so we start adding our peppers. Just dump them in there. 4, 5 at a time. And they need to be cooked at least a couple of seconds with our spoon, strainer spoon, just mixing up till they start to soften up. Just a couple of seconds. And just continue to each of the peppers like so. Even though there's some seeds left on our peppers, it's not a big deal. Turning your peppers upside down. After a couple of seconds, just removing the water, putting them here to rest. Our peppers start to get softened. They're not as thick skinned, so they don't need to be cooked too long on our boiling water. Once you remove all the peppers, you let them rest for a couple of minutes till they soften up and they're cooled off. And we turn off our water. Peppers need to be soft, flexible. Like that. Peppers are nice and flexible and soft. We start laying them at the bottom of our jar. Three, 4 peppers at a time. Put in garlic and parsley and carrots, each layer. They look right. Just layering them each. Now that our jar is nice and full, all the way to the rim. Once our jars are filled completely, we take our water that we simmered our peppers and just fill our jars. Our water had cooled off a little bit. Once we turned it off, just fill it all the way to the rim of your peppers, and your jars need to be nice and tight because we are going to boil these for 45 minutes in our pots. Once our lids are closed, and our lids need to be airtight with gaskets, with rubber gaskets around the rim, so they're airtight. Our peppers will settle and will rest. So there goes that. We take sticks, just cut them in half. You can use chopsticks, you can use, and just put them across so it holds our peppers down on our liquids, just across like that. Close our jars. And then we have here a deep pot that we're going to put our kitchen towel in the bottom of our pot and put water in here with our jar all the way to the edge till our pot is filled. Cold water, and we let this boil for 45 minutes to an hour. Once it reaches a boiling point, we lower the temperature and just let it boil. We turn it off after 45 minutes, and we let the jar still remain in the actual pot till it cools off completely. And just like that, you have half of the jar filled on the deep pot. The kitchen towel is going to protect it for not cracking our jar. And just continue filling all your jars the same. Each jar needs to be cooked in its own pot. Once you cool off all the jars, then you can refrigerate them and they will last a couple of months. These are traditionally made during the winter seasons. They're called winter peppers, pickled. but these are end of the fall peppers. You could leave these in a bottom fridge and just store them just like that. Cut using a thin stick. You can use chopsticks as well. Just cross, just so it holds the peppers down and submerged in the water. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. They're nice, air and tight. Peppers are still boiling on our water. This is the method that I use for my pickling peppers. There's many methods that can be used. This is the way that I use it, and they can last longer and they're airtight. You will have them for months to come. They're wonderful with meat dishes, with bread and cheese. Hope you enjoyed the video. Ciao.